Well, so what I've done is I've gone a quest through the cyberspace that is Amazon, right? And I like to look at tech, not necessarily buy it, but I like to look at it. But I had to make an exception just this time, just this once, because I saw something, and that something that I saw deeply confused me. So, I don't know anything about Chewy, Chuwi, Chewy. I think that's Chewy. I don't know. Like, what is it? Right? Well, they're boasting a full metal laptop with decent specs and a 4:3 aspect ratio. And I was like, surely this can't be that cheap. It even has an NVMe SSD. I was like, damn, boy. We really running them. I mean, it's only 256 gigs, but surely something. Full metal, 4:3, 2K laptop? Man, that's gotta hit like $500 or $600, doesn't it? No. Of course not. Let's take a look. So as I was going through Amazon, I found the Chewy Gemme Book Windows 10 laptop computer, 13-inch thin and light metal laptop with 8 gigs of RAM. We might have to upgrade that. And a 250 gigabyte SSD. I don't know if it's NVMe. We'll check. I think I messed up on that intro. And it has an Intel Celeron J4115, which is I think it's a 2.5 gigahertz processor normally. Or that might be on boost, to be honest. I don't know. It's not a great chip, but it is a fairly cheap 4-core 4-thread processor, so no hyper-threading. Not great. Not bad, but it could have issues running the 2K panel, which is IPS. So let's take a look at the actual listing for the Amazon page. So here we are. We have it. It is the Chewy Gimi book. Alright, some time has passed, and I've got the laptop here up and running. So I've started to get the camera issue fixed. I updated it to Windows 11. It seems to run just fine. It's really light, which is a good thing for something this size. The camera... Well, the camera's awful. Let's be honest. You can see how I look here. Now, the camera on this thing it has a green tinge to it, and everything looks darker. Does not pick up light very well at all. Right? So, I don't know what to do about that. I can check settings. Let's see if flicker actually makes it duller. It still does. The flicker still makes it dull, and makes it have this weird rubber banding effect when I move up and down it. Like, really weird. So don't use the 60 FPS flicker. Use the 50 or 60 hertz flicker. Use the 50 hertz flicker, because with that you still have the weird rubber banding, but it's not as awful. as it was for this. I'm going to take a little video, and we're just going to continue to talk straight into the camera and see where that leads us. Alright, we've recorded for 10 seconds roughly. So we're going to open the recording, and we're going to see if it works. And we're just going to continue to talk straight into the camera and see where that leads us. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's an extreme buzzing happening. Alright. Alright, so I've spent some time with the laptop in question. And as I've spent the time with this little chuggy choo-choo machine here, I've learned some things about it. Some I don't want to call them defects, but they kind of are. Some bugs and quirks and features, like Daddy Doug would say. Keep in mind, this is some sort of metal laptop. Like, I don't know what metal it is. It's probably like a magnesium something. This thing is impressively built for the price. Now, one little feature is, as you can see on the back, this little door right here. It's a nice different color. Looks a little odd. That is where your SSD is. So you can take 2 screws off and slide this little metal plate off, and you have the ability to swap your SSD. It even has a chonky thermal pad on it, like chonky boy thermal pad on it. Some other things, the screen looks great, but there are some spots that I've noticed that are a little bit brighter than the rest. Some bright spots. I don't know what it's from. It could be the way that the panel is manufactured. It looks like it's edge lit, maybe. I don't know. It's strange, but it doesn't have the dimming in the center that you would expect from edge lit. It just has some bright spots. Particularly, for me, right here is a big one. This corner, and then right about here on the bottom side of the laptop. So I've been using it for like a couple days now, and it's been doing pretty good. I had some issues with the software in the beginning. It didn't want to record video. The microphone was having issues. There was just a lot of this and that I had to deal with. So I updated it to Windows 11, which I highly recommend doing. It made the performance so much better. Also, I can't recommend it, but it's what I did to get some extra performance out of it. You can turn off the Windows Defender antivirus firewall stuff, because that just eats up your resources like you would not believe. I was pinging 100% CPU usage all the time when that was on. I turned it off and I dropped down to 15%, maybe 20 sometimes. It is not a gaming laptop. Not what I expected when I bought it, and I was right. It can play Minecraft, which I was not expecting it to run very well, but it ran Minecraft decently at just stock settings that I left it at, because most people aren't going to go in there and move around the settings a ton. They're just going to boot up the game and play it. It takes a little while to charge. It lasts about 5 hours. 5 or 6 hours, depending on what you're doing. If you're watching videos, it's going to last 5 hours. If you just leave it there and you're typing or doing whatever, it's going to last maybe 6 or 7. average browsing. But it's better than any Chromebook that I've ever used. It runs Windows. It just does a fantastic job. That being said, this probably isn't the right laptop for you. It's not all that powerful, not very upgradable, and it's just not easy to say, alright, run out and grab you one of these, when I don't know how long this is going to last. I mean, it'll probably do everything that I need it to do. Watching movies on Netflix handles that fine. Watching YouTube videos handles that fine. The speakers are pretty bad. They're pretty awful. So I just use some earbuds to counteract that, which, I mean, if you're in a cafe listening to music through your speakers, should you even be here on this planet? Because that's rude. Don't do that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little review of this little workhorse of a metal shard. If you enjoyed that, feel free to subscribe. Please subscribe. Like the video, comment. Tell me I'm stupid. I don't care. Just put something down there. And thank you for watching. That's about it. See ya.